Hi everyone, it's Wendy here from Wendy Wise Beauty. Thanks for stopping by. Today it is another fragrance video and it is a video that I promised you guys. So I am making good on my promise. I will be reviewing today two Middle Eastern fragrances. One of them, it is a very viral fragrance that everyone swears by, and the other one, it is from the Lattafa Niche Emarati collection. I also have two fragrances where these Middle Eastern fragrances are being said to be inspirations of. I am going to compare this and I will let you guys know my thoughts on these four fragrances. Today is a no makeup Sunday. I have a little bit of skin issues again, so I decided to give my skin a break. This one, it is from the Niche Emarati perfumes from Lattafa. I think this is their, I would say, more higher end line, and they don't have many fragrances in this series. I think they are still building this up. This one, it is called Antique, and this is the way the packaging looks. This is very beautiful, and when it opens, the fragrance is inside. All of the Niche Emarati fragrances are in such bottles. I think this is yeah, it's metal. I wouldn't say that these are my favorite packaging from Lattafa, but this is the way it looks, and here is the name of the fragrance. The sprayer is quite good. It produces a very wide mist. Lattafa DE in Germany, they were having a huge sale, so I was going through the fragrances. I couldn't sleep, I had time, so I was looking at the notes and I saw this fragrance and the notes looked so enticing. So I quickly looked at reviews and then I found one review on this fragrance, and the individual said that there was a likeness to Gris Chanel from BDK, and however the fragrances were quite different because this one had a bit more sweetness and cacao. So I thought, yeah, I will go ahead and give this a try. This fragrance, honestly guys, as soon as I sprayed this, immediately, there was no thinking about it, nothing. I said to myself, this is Gris Chanel. I mean, I was a bit disappointed because I was expecting this to be different to Gris Chanel due to the notes. This fragrance, the opening, it is cardamom, fig, coconut milk, and black tea. The opening of Gris Chanel, it's cardamom, fig, and black tea. Guys, there is very little difference in the opening of these two fragrances, with the exception that Gris Chanel, there is a tad bit more sweetness. The fig is more pronounced. The heart note of Antique, it is iris, vetiver, and jasmine. And Gris Chanel, it is simply stated as iris and vetiver. The base of the fragrance, Antique, it's amber, sandalwood, tonka wood, caramel, and musk. Like I said, when I first sprayed this, guys, I was disappointed because I was expecting to get more coconut, more caramel. And when I sprayed this, it was exactly Gris Chanel. And I was like, bummer, I already have this fragrance. I did not need the fragrance twice, with the exception of the, I would say the fig is a little bit more pronounced in Gris Chanel these two fragrances are the same. Antique from Niche Emarati, if anything, this fragrance is a bit more wearable than Gris Charnel, because the fig note, it is not so in your face. But with Gris Charnel, once this fragrance gets a bit into the heart note, this explosion of fig is also gone. If I had to give this, I would say clone rating, I would give this 9.3 from the 10. I might end up doing a giveaway with this one because honestly guys, I do not need both of these fragrances. Antique from Lattafa Niche Emarati. The list price, it is 99 euros, and Gris Charnel from BDK, this one is starting at 190. If you are looking for a clone or an inspiration fragrance to Gris Charnel, this is, in my opinion, the perfect fragrance. The next fragrance I am going to talk about today, this one, it is called Nebras, and it is from the Lattafa Pride collection. This one has been really on the hype Middle Eastern fragrance lists for quite a long time. This is what this looks like, and it is like a drawer packaging. There is some fine detailing here, and the fragrance is inside. It is a very robust and sturdy bottle, and the outside packaging, this is faux leather. Also, the name of the fragrance is on this side. Nebras, it is being marketed as an amber vanilla fragrance for men and women, a unisex fragrance. The top note of this fragrance, it is red berries and mandarin orange. I'm just going to spray this. It has a nice sprayer, a nice fine mist. When this is first sprayed, there are very light nuances of mandarin. However, upon first application, when this fragrance opens, it is a tonka bean vanilla fragrance. The heart note, it's vanilla, cacao, and rose. And this fragrance, it is laid on a bed of sugar, tonka bean, amber, and musk. Honestly, the notes which are most pronounced in this fragrance, it is the vanilla note, definitely tonka bean with some cacao, and quite a good dose of musk. When I compare Nebras to Eilish, to this original, the difference is that the fragrance from BillIE Eilish, it has a much stronger tonka bean note, meaning that there is this burnt accord which sometimes can also smell a bit mentally. And this is the reason why a lot of people shy away from BillIE Eilish, because they do not like this burnt accord, because it does take some time for it to dissipate. I do appreciate this burnt accord that tonka bean does provide in fragrances. So BillIE Eilish, this one for me, I do like this scent. But for those who are not very keen on this fragrance due to this burnt accord, Nebras is the perfect scent. This one, Nebras, it is a bit creamier. It is almost identical to this BillIE Eilish fragrance. It does not have the burnt accord. and it does not have this slight menthol note which appears in the opening. One can say that Nebras, it is very similar to BillIE Eilish, but Nebras, it is more of a crowd pleaser. It is an easier fragrance to wear. Is Nebras a dupe of BillIE Eilish? Honestly, I do not like the word dupe. I prefer inspired by or a clone of. These fragrances are not that much difference in price. Eilish, the list price when this came out, it was $69.99. Here you can get this for, I would say, about 60 euros. And Nebras, the list price, it is about 49 euros. So I think it is definitely inspired by, but I wouldn't call it a dupe. I would say I would give this, in terms of inspiration, it being inspired by the original BillIE Eilish, I would give this maybe an 8.5. In that this one, I think for most people, it would be the better fragrance because it is easier to wear. I do have a lot of reviews coming up. I have done a couple Middle Eastern fragrance hauls. However, I have been a little bit lazy posting my videos, have not had much time, but these are coming up. I do like the Lattafa fragrances. I also have a couple fragrances from Katlash and also from El Haramin, and I think 2 other brands where I am testing these, but the videos are coming up. Tschüss!